All right, everybody, welcome back to
Yeah.
Doug Talk Sports.
Oh, oh.
Week one is officially in the books, and it was a wild, somewhat low scoring week one with a couple of really good games. Obviously, Raymond is not Raymond. Me and Raymond are very upset. Pete is very, very happy.
We're back, baby. We are so back.
Yeah, so we're obviously going to get into the review and overreactions of week one, and then we will make our picks for week two. The Danimal is still absent, but he did send us his picks. Um, Before we do anything, I wanted to kind of start the show off a little bit differently today. Um, we never, ever, ever get political on this show. It's meant to be a sports show. But unfortunately, there was one of the biggest tragedies in our country's history today that simply cannot be ignored. Um, Charlie Kirk was assassinated today in Utah in front of thousands of college students. Anyone who doesn't know him, he is a conservative political influencer, the founder of the Turning Point USA Youth Activist Group, and just someone that would go around colleges, debate people with no violence, no hate, no nothing. And the way that this has impacted the country right now is pretty telling. The Yankees actually held a moment of silence for him before their game tonight. And like I said, this is something that we literally never do, but I felt it was very important to recognize this because it's a direct violation of what this country is based off of. And it was disgusting and it's horrible. He was 31 years old, wife, two daughters. Um, I don't really, I'm just sick. I think a lot of people are just sick. And rest in peace to him. Prayers to the family, prayers to everyone affected by it. Um, just really been at a loss for words for most of the day. Um, this is probably something that we'll be talking about for a long time, and I don't really think people will grasp the magnitude of what happened today. So, with that being said, I don't know if you guys have anything to say.
That
Um,
was well said.
so, with that being said, we can kind of continue with our week one coverage, our week one review. We had Thursday night football, Cowboys versus Eagles, and it was a good old fashioned classic NFC East battle between Dallas and Philadelphia. Started off crazy with Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott and immediately getting ejected, and the Eagles pulling away a win. There was a 1 hour lightning delay. It was just a crazy season opener, but the
Yeah, I
Eagles.
mean, is anyone shocked at the fact that Jalen Carter, the guy who pre-draft watched, was involved in a fatal car accident and all that chaos? Like, is anyone shocked he's a piece of shit and he's spitting on people? I mean, Dak is
No.
just as guilty too, but
Careful,
Yeah, well,
careful.
Dak goaded him, and it was 4D chess.
Listen, hey, Dak Prescott, kudos to my man right there. He took out the rod, the reel, baited it up,
Oh yeah,
casted the line out, trolled it in a little bit, and then when he boom, hooked the big one, took one to the chest. Hey, and he did one of these. Referee right there.
yeah.
Come on.
Here's your Emmy award. Move on.
8 million cameras on you. Come on. In 5K, caught
in
in the act.
in
Just
8K.
oh my God. Just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But again, do we expect anything better?
No,
Nope.
No. No. Absolutely not. We do not expect anything better. I will say, gotta put the respect on the man's name, Jalen Hurts. Looked like a dog. out there, just running wild. No, like can't stop that guy. Um, I'm sure AJ Brown would beg to differ a little bit. Mister one target, one catch. Rough day to be a Eagles receiver.
Well, yeah, because all they do is run. It's actually a perfect schematic game plan. Because when the Eagles have five wide receivers out, you're absolutely stupid for thinking they're going to throw the ball. Because when all the wide receivers go out, they take all the linebackers and corners, and Jalen Hurts just jogs 20 yards each time. It's an easy offense. It's really easy.
It's a fullback playing quarterback, isn't that what the
It's
that
a running
that
back.
meme was? Yeah,
He had one throw past 15 yards the whole game. It was 5, 10 yards to Dallas Goddard all day. Like
you know what? And I drafted him in my one league in fantasy football just because he's going to be a touchdown monster,
he's
and it's not through the air.
no,
It's you. It's
he's just going to be tush pushed and run, when there's no one to tackle him. It's just the most overrated quarterback in history of the sport.
Oh, oh, that's come on. We're not talking about Mahomes yet. Like you can dial that down.
oh,
So,
all right. Oh my God! Cannot say Mahomes is the most overrated quarterback. Stop. Oh my!
Let
all
me
right.
speak my truth.
What are we doing here?
You know what?
What are we doing?
My truth is 33 of Jalen Hurts' 55 career rushing touchdowns are tush pushes. That's my truth.
Did the ball go over the line in his hands?
I don't give a fuck.
Figure it out. Then tell defenses to figure it out because man's just doing his job. He's out there just managing.
Mm, yeah.
And Mahomes just has three Super Bowl rings because he's got curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch, obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone watched that full Thursday night game. If you watch that Thursday night game and don't think Dak Prescott's the better quarterback, then we're not watching the same sport. Like, it's just that simple.
Passing, yes, but I mean,
I mean, I can name five better quarterbacks right now, but yeah, it's
I can name nine, which I did.
but in that offense,
In that offense,
he's
listen, like I said, it's the perfect schematic fit for Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts was on any other team, he would be a bum. So,
speaking of bums.
speaking of bums, next, um, Chiefs Chargers on in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil on YouTube. I'm so glad that I didn't watch any of the YouTube cringe that was a part of that game. I just watched the game itself. But the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh puffed their chests out and said, "We are ready to make the leap." And Justin Herbert, man, did he look top five, huh? People
Yeah.
called me a madman before the season started. But the Chargers looked like a complete team. Really good running the ball. Justin Herbert was just slinging it. And Patrick Mahomes had a Patrick Mahomes game. Travis Kelce and all his excitement being engaged, fucking destroyed his own player's shoulder. Xavier Worthy, accelerating the Tyreek Hill, the Kansas City Chiefs trade by a couple weeks. But it was a really good game, and the Mr. Not Clutch quarterback was Mr. Clutch, and the Chargers won a big game in Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you're seeing the regression of the Chiefs. I think they're going to come back down to earth a little bit.
Good.
And yeah, it's listen, it's about time. There's so many other young superstars that are ready to explode. It's enough is enough. Like when if this is the Chiefs down year, then sign me up.
listen, right now, Mahomes is in ownership's fucking living room. Get me Tyreek Hill. Get him here now as fast as you can. But I, how many playoff games has Justin Herbert won?
Zero.
Yeah, because he's a choke artist. He it's all
He didn't
well
look
and
like a
good.
choke artist the other night.
Regular season, sure, no problem. Everyone can sling the fucking ball, but
Okay, then let's bring Lamar into that same conversation.
okay, and he's a playoff choke artist too. So
But he's got two MVPs.
he's much better than Justin Herbert.
Much? Are we sure?
Yes.
Slinging the football? Much?
Check tape. Check tape.
I wouldn't say
I
he's
mean,
much better.
after this past week, that Bills Ravens game was fucking electric. So
Oh, I can't wait to get to that game. All right.
speaking of electric, Aaron Boone needs to be put in an electric chair.
Good. Next, Dolphins, Colts. Oh, can't wait to talk about this game. The Dolphins were as expected, just just abhorrent. I mean, everyone knew the Dolphins were going to be horrendous. Tyreek Hill is already under investigation for beating a former girlfriend. Like Mike McDaniel looked like he was completely uninterested. Tua just looks lost. I mean, the Dolphins are just a complete disaster. And Daniel Jones looked like the second coming of Peyton Manning for the on
Uh,
cue for all Giants fans to watch and see. And it was just Dominus, and
all
I,
right.
I can't. And the Colts
Can,
Colts won easily, destroyed them.
can we can we have 2 moments of silence right now? One for you Giant fans watching Danny Jones rejuvenate his career in electric fashion, and two for sometimes listener Michael Tellup. Let's have a moment of silence for your Miami Dolphins. Moments passed
Moments passed.
on both accounts. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, number one, I'm gonna rebut the Danny Jones phrase, and I love seeing people scramble to the waiver wire to pick up this fucking scrub
I didn't.
because because yeah, the kid was out there against a defense with name the starting corner for the Miami
No,
Dolphins.
that 1,000%. He's playing JV practice squad.
Yes, that was
He's play.
literally he was playing against a practice squad defense. So this whole second coming, he's gonna come back to earth and be exposed for who he is, and that's one of the worst, shouldn't have been drafted quarterbacks in the history of the league. It's gonna come like in the probably Sunday, but the Colts. I mean, listen, the Colts have had a good O line for quite some time. So that's a huge factor, right? Like you like I'm pretty sure you can take Mac Jones behind that O line and he would have looked absolutely phenomenal on Sunday. So that's one factor. And with the Dolphins, like uh, they're just abhorrent. Like there's been players that have left the Dolphins that say Tua can't throw the ball, that once he loses his first read, he panics. There is no second and third read for Tua. He's only has one read, and then just fuck it, Tyreek's out there somewhere. Like, and that's showing. It's so bad football. Like Mike McDaniels does not finish the season as a Dolphins coach. Mark it.
Probably not.
I just I just love the fact that Tyreek Hill is going to do everything in his power to get back to either the Chiefs or somewhere that's not Miami. And I just go back to when he first came to Miami. Oh my God, Tua is the most accurate quarterback I've ever played with. And I was like, motherfucker, you just went from playing with Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback on the planet, and you're doing your team thing, giving Tua his hurrahs, but it ain't it.
No, it's not it. Next was Steelers Jets. The Rodgers returns to MetLife. Justin Fields plays his former team. And holy crap, was this game really damn good. Justin Fields looked phenomenal in his debut for the Jets. Aaron Glenn was phenomenal in his debut with the Jets. The only problem is that defense was atrocious. and costly penalties, a costly fumble almost spoiled Aaron Rodgers' return. But Rodgers threw four touchdown passes all over the Jets. That Steelers offense came alive with him as their quarterback. But the Steelers defense also now is at a question mark because Justin Fields and the Jets were able to run all over them, throw the ball. They listen, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm over the moon. They looked so good on offense. If they just tighten up a little bit on defense, they're going to win some exciting offensive shootouts. And I know Dan and Nick are battles tested seasoned Jets fans, and there are no moral victories, and I completely understand that. But from an outside perspective, I would be ecstatic. And I'd be like, wow, you know what? We're going to have a fun year. And that's kind of what I took from that. Steelers ended up getting the win just barely because Chris Boswell is a sniper and 60-yard field goal from the middle of the field. Just
Career long.
career long 60-yard.
Ooh,
Yeah, just damn, you know. So, but fun one. Was a fun one.
Yeah, I think you nailed that. I mean, I think that I think as a Jets fan, like I think Jets fans feel way better about their team than Giants fans do. I can confirm that.
No.
Um, oh God. Um, yeah, I mean it was fun. I think Justin Fields has found a nice little niche. He's got great players on a couple sides of the ball, like and that's a Jets team that's missing like Vera Tucker is out for the season now, right?
Yes.
Um, it's missing some key pieces, and they were able to, everybody was talking shit about Brees Hall and oh, he's going to have a down year, and he's out there running hard and running downhill. Like it just looked, and you got that bruiser Braylon Allen. Like it just looked like like dare I say, a complete team for once. They had pieces where they needed to, and to go toe to toe with, the once GOAT Aaron Rodgers, who had a resurgence of a career day. Like it was good football. And yeah, I mean, the biggest takeaway for me, because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers defense owner, is what the fuck happened there. But great, great game.
yeah. I mean, Aaron Rodgers coming back in and just bam, 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 just firing off shots. Um, I want Brees Hall. He's playing with a fucking chip on his shoulder because going into the season being told that, listen, you're not going to be the bell cow guy. You're in a committee now, and Brees Hall said, "Hold my cleats," as he carved up the Pittsburgh defense. Uh, yeah, I mean, Rogers is Rogers. I think him and Tomlin is a very interesting combination, and could be a. I mean, the Steelers are always in it because of Tomlin, but this could be a team. Don't sleep on them this year.
10-7. Next was Panthers versus Jaguars. We thought this was going to be a pretty entertaining game from the surface. You know, rookie wide receiver for the Jaguars, Travis Hunter, rookie wide receiver for the Panthers, Tutoria McMillan. Um, but I guess Bryce Young is still really bad because he was atrocious. He was one of the worst quarterbacks on Sunday. He looked like he regressed again from the second half of last season. You know, maybe trading away Adam Thielen wasn't the smartest idea possible. Um, and the Jaguars just won, and Trevor Lawrence played kind of mediocre. Like they ran the ball well, and the Panthers still just aren't a good football team. But Jaguars got the win in a somewhat disappointing game.
Panthers stink. Jaguars stink. It was a stink fest. That's what it was. Bryce Young can only play, I guess, in the last 3 weeks of the year competently. I mean, yeah, Adam Thielen probably would have helped him out a little bit, You got a guy like Xavier Leggett just eating squirrels for fun. Just
Whoa,
yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing.
that's terrible.
It is a thing.
It is a thing. Um, Trevor Lawrence, he is Daniel Jones is better than Trevor Lawrence.
Whoa, whoa. Let's be real.
As of right now, yes.
We will not be saying that next Sunday.
Stats don't lie.
Stats don't lie, unfortunately.
Anyway, I, I think it's safe to say that the Bryce Young trade, and I mean, this is the first time I think we're going to see a blockbuster trade where no one won and both teams lost because Bryce Young needs to be just cut. Like send him packing, pack his bags for him, clean out his locker, and be like, "Hey, man, listen,
His key card should not work when he goes into.
yeah, yeah, there should be like a TikTok of him tomorrow trying to scan into the Panthers facility and being like, what happened? It doesn't work. Yeah, just send him packing." I think Adam Thielen was the smartest man in the realm because he was like, I need to get the fuck out of here, and he got himself out of there.
Said I'm
Poor
going
Tete
back.
Roa and
He
McMillan.
said I'm going back home.
He was smart too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, McMillan's a stud. That kid's gonna be great. He's just an absolute stud of a receiver already. You can tell why he went where he went. Um,
Yeah, he had a good game.
that's they. Nothing else looks good. Like that. Even Travis Hunter, like Travis Hunter looks good. There's good flashes. Like he's got good ball control, but he looked tiny out there in the big leagues. And I
The,
don't think he's going to be as durable as everyone thinks he is. Like we'll see this week because he's going to get more defensive snaps, but
the best player that played on that game was the Jaguars kicker.
Yes,
Cam Little
damn little. Little hey, little ho.
With that, and I will say Brian Thomas Jr.
stud,
is he needs a quarterback to throw to him.
For real.
That
wasted talent.
that's going to be a problem.
Next was Cardinals Saints in New Orleans, another stinker. A predictable outcome. I mean, the Saints are just awful. Spencer Rattler at the helm. The Cardinals with Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. did what they were supposed to do. And I mean, they won. Both these teams stink. I think Kyler Murray stinks. I think the Cardinals stink. Marvin Harrison
Listen,
Jr. might have a solid year this year, but it was an awful, dreadful game. But
I
the
mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. looked good. Um, and I'll tell you what surprised me. The Saints surprised me. I mean, yeah, they stink, but Kellen Moore is like, oh man, I got to do something. So what does he do? He has Timu Mahomes throw for over 50 times in the game. So you know what? Kudos to him. Let him just. You know what your season's going to be. So why don't you just send out Timu Mahomes, go out on your sword, and just sling the ball and see what happens?
My first question about this game is who in the Saints organization took that uniform and was like, you know what? This is it. This is the uniform. Like who they should be fired. Let's start there and then we can
that
get to the actual
uniform
Saints players.
was awful. That
Atrocious.
uniform option is terrible for the Saints.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
It's bad. It's very bad.
It was atrocious.
It's like dirty mustard. Like you know when the mustard kind of goes bad in like the Golden's container and it like starts to dry up. That's the color of what the Saints uniform was, and it was just atrocious.
Oh God.
But this game it wasn't even watchable. I mean, Alvin Kamara is still just an absolute animal, the only true football player out there. Just bad.
Next was Giants versus Commanders. Now, I'm sure Raymond has statements.
I wait. I just want. Moment of silence for the Giants football season. Moment has passed.
I'll go first because I really am going to try my best to just not lose my mind.
No. Vent. This is the process. You need to feel your emotions. And hold on, we'll treat this like a therapy session. I've been in a few. So, young Zachary, after watching the Giants play on Sunday, how did that make you feel?
Like I made a horrible decision. Um, the Giants are awful. Um, the Commanders. So I don't even know really where to begin. Russell Wilson was awful. The offensive line is terrible. They couldn't run the ball for shit. Cam Scatterbo only had 7 plays, and every single time he was on the field, he made a big time impact. So I don't know why we weren't using him more. Andrew Thomas hopefully is going to come back. The Giants defense actually held the Commanders to 14 points all the way to the end of the fourth quarter. That's like maybe the only bright spot. Brian Burns had 2 sacks. Abdul Carter had half a sack. Dexter Lawrence was non-existent, non-factor because his head was in the clouds. His wife was about to have the baby. They had the baby today. Congratulations to the Dexter Lawrence family. Malik Neighbors, 5 catches, 71 yards. Tyron Tracy couldn't do anything. Darius Slayton, 1 catch. I mean, just no time to throw. Russell Wilson was the leading rusher of the day. I mean, it looked like the same stupid, horrible, teeth-pulling, incredibly hard offense that we've seen for the past 3 years, no matter who the quarterback is. And I don't understand it's almost intentional. Like I'm putting my tinfoil hat on, and I think it's been a complete intentional sabotage job by Brian Dable until he got his guy because he is like on Jackson Dart like a tick on a dog in the wood. In the That's how much he loves this kid. He's doing everything he can to coach this kid, had him have extreme success in preseason. All the vibes were so high for the Giants, right? The vibes were immaculate. Jameis Winston's here, eating W's on camera with Jackson Dart. We were like, whoa, all right, maybe we'll win like 6, 7 games this year. And Russell Wilson showed the world that he is old and broken down and is, but the play calling also didn't help at all. Like, where is Cam Scatterbo? Why is he only getting 7 plays? Why is Abdul Carter only getting 51% of the snap share on defense? Why is Abdul Carter playing a spy for Jaden Daniels instead of rushing the passer every single play? I could just go on and on and on about how horribly coached this team is, and how little talent there is on offense outside of Malik Neighbors. And I'm going to proclaim this. Daboll will be gone by the end of this year if Jackson Dart is a stinker. But I guarantee you, because I actually had a whole conversation about this with Pack the other day, as soon as Jackson Dart starts, watch that offense be completely different. Watch the play calls be completely different. Watch them take shots deep. Watch them take shots over the middle. Watch them do gadget swings. This is completely and utterly coaching sabotage from within. If Brian Daboll does not believe in the quarterback that he is playing, he will not call all the plays for him. If he does not think Russell Wilson can run a specific play, he will not call it. That is why the Giants playbook always looks simple, hard, and schematically just horrific. Because if he doesn't like you, and this is documented, all Giants fans know this, multiple articles have been written. Pat Duggan, Jordan Schultz, Pat Leonard, fuck you, Pat Leonard. But they've all been written and it's all on record. Daboll's an asshole. Daboll's hard to work with, and Daboll's a little bit arrogant. He thinks he's an offensive genius. So I completely 100% believe after watching that game that he does not believe in any quarterback outside of Josh Allen, because that is the offense that he wants to run. And if that kind of quarterback is not in his offense, the offense stinks because he doesn't trust it. He doesn't believe in it. So that's all I really have to say. Russell Wilson's been named the starter for week 2. The Giants haven't beaten Dallas in Dallas since Eli Manning was still playing. So Jesus Christ, walking into my apartment has a better chance of happening than the Giants winning on Sunday. So I'm going to just let Raymond take over here, and maybe he could add some more points on, other than I just think this is a complete, total self-sabotage, and it's the only way I could properly explain it. Because even the Jets, who lost Elijah Vera Tucker, still rushed 185 yards. Like, you can, how many household names are out there in terms of offensive linemen in the NFL? Like fucking 3, 4. The Saints were able to score touchdowns and run the ball. The Cardinals are able to run touchdowns and or run plays, move the ball, score touchdowns. Texans, with that atrocious offensive line, still scored 9 points. Like it, I could just go on and on and on and on and on. Everyone's offensive line always looks better than the Giants because number one, they either have better players, or the coaches scheme for it differently, or I just there's just unless there's just a curse, unless Eli Manning sold his soul for 2 Super Bowl wins, now this franchise is cursed forever. Like, so I don't understand. I don't get it. I think it's full-blown sabotage. Just rewatch the game. Rewatch it. It looks like they're trying too hard to score a point. Their first play in the red zone for the day was a fake throw to the left tackle Marcus Bowe in the end zone. Instead of a simple pitch to the left to Cam Scatterbo, he would have walked into the end zone. Like, they're overthinking it. And it's like they're doing it on purpose. Like, you need to understand what your personnel is. Like, they're calling plays for a personnel that they do not have. And that's why I think as soon as Jackson's Dart enters the chat, how much you want to bet he throws 3 touchdown passes and the Giants win that game whenever he debuts. I'm just calling it right now. It's in writing, it's in the air, calling it. Raymond, go ahead because we need to move on. And before I really lose my mind.
Just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Well, I got to agree with every single word you just said. I mean, it is sabotage, and it's been sabotage from the get-go. When you bring Russell Wilson and Jameis into a quarterback room, what do you expect? Like that team, if you have just tuned into the Giants, you would think like, oh yeah, they suck. They've sucked forever. But since like midsummer, it looked like a fun team. It looked like, oh wow, football might be back, right? And then you draft Dart, you have Jameis, Russell, and Tommy DeVito all in one room, right? So now everybody's having fun. Preseason, everybody's scoring touchdowns except who didn't score
Mr.
touchdowns in preseason?
Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited. So what does that tell you? That the offense is clicking when certain people are in there because they believe in it, right? It's a team sport. Everybody knows Russ is done, and Russ is in there with his like he's probably trying to have like prayer groups and shit. Here comes Jameis, and he's just like, "Hey, what's up, everybody?" I think had Jameis started on Sunday with Dart as his backup, I think they would have won that game. I think it would have been a whole different story. And I tag on to your theory because I do agree with that. I do think it's sabotage, and I do think it's like everybody's kind of like everybody expects the Giants to go fucking 2-14, right? Like it's it's an expectation of losing until it changes. So how long do we run this out? Like we're going to be 2 weeks into the season with 2 NFC East losses. What the season's a loss at that point. Like
Well,
you're 2 games in and your season's over.
Season's already over. Like, unless Dart comes in week 4 against the Saints and we win 8 in a row, like it's the season's over. Like, let's
The
just put it
Chiefs
to
look
bed.
the Chiefs look very beatable. Like everybody looks beatable. I'm not so worried about the buzzsaw of a schedule anymore,
Can
but
we
people got to perform.
can we please, just please, we watch this team play against Washington? Did we watch that 6 points.
The
And
I'm not saying
Giants,
they
the
look beatable
Commanders
by
look
the
like shit.
Giants. I'm not saying they're beatable by the Giants. I'm just
Yeah,
saying they look
and the
beatable.
Commanders look like shit too. They should have won that game.
the only team the Giants are beating right now are the Dolphins and the Saints.
Well, we only faced one of them.
They'd probably beat the Panthers right now too.
All right, there you go. And the Panthers. Um,
Maybe
I
the Seahawks stink too.
I I hoped and prayed for you guys that it would be different. I because when the Giants are playing good, that's good for the league too. And I mean, if what you're saying is true, I mean you're in it. You're in the thick of it. Giants football. Um, if you think Dable is holding back his playbook until he gets Darton, that's pretty crazy. I mean, you're a head coach of a football team in the NFL. Don't you want to win? Like,
No.
is your ego that big
Yes.
that
His is probably. It
that's
probably is.
crazy?
His
That's it.
offense is designed to work perfectly for one kind of quarterback. And if he doesn't have that one kind of quarterback, he doesn't open the playbook. He keeps it basic and simple, and
Well,
it
then
doesn't.
he's a shitty coach. Then
Yeah,
how about that?
yeah,
Yep.
he is. Because if it
He's
doesn't work with Dart, then he's really gone, and he knows it.
he,
He's not
he's a
stupid.
he's a shitty bald fat fuck. That's what he is. Um,
But the real
yeah,
question now is like what length is the leash on? Like if
I
we're
mean, at
getting
this
blown
point,
out by
if this is
Dallas at
if this,
halftime,
if but I'm saying like if you're holding back, just put Dart in. Dart should have started from the jump then.
Yeah, Dart. If that's the case, he should have started from the jump, and I think he wants to play him. I think Ryan Dable wanted to play him from the get-go, but him and management promised Russ that he would start and he would get his opportunity to prolong his career. And this way, Dart can sit and watch film and watch, him and Jameis be professionals. And maybe that's part of the plan. And maybe it's like, oh, let's just throw Russell Wilson out there until Andrew Thomas gets back. And then our only good offensive lineman is in there for Dart, So I just,
Oh man,
it's
so
it's shit.
Russell Wilson in the Giants uniform is like Kurt Warner in a Giants uniform.
Yeah,
It,
you know what? But that's what we were looking for because then look
yeah.
what happened with Eli. Like that's what we were looking for. So
uh,
I don't
man, I
know.
wonder what's Russ's thing with the Giants? Like Giants country, let's stomp. Like what is?
I believe he made a video about New York, New Jersey with the Sopranos music on it. It was pretty electric, actually. It wasn't too corny.
uh,
But with that being said, we can move on now. Another division game, Bucks Falcons. This was the only game that I missed. I went 15 of 16 from my picks last week. I picked the Falcons over the Bucks, and they unfortunately lost by 3. Baker Mayfield and those Buccaneers won a big, big, big
that
game.
was Buccaneers, baby.
Those Buccaneers, that rookie wide receiver, Emega Egbuka, is the truth. Michael Penix Jr. looking like the truth. Drake London looking pretty good. Bijan took it to the house. That was a really good game. But man, those Bucks. Baker Mayfield is just that dude. And
Dog, dog.
he's a dog. He is 100% certified A grade dog.
He honestly should send Christmas cards, thank you notes, fruit baskets, everything to the Cleveland Browns for opting to bring in Deshaun Watson because it was the greatest thing to happen to his career. He stepped into Tom Brady's shoes over there in Tampa, and he's taking on that team as his own, and he is a vibe down there in Tampa. Um, I mean, on the flip side, Penix Jr. looks great. Um, Bijan Robinson is a dog, 100 receiving yards. Um, Kyle Pitts getting involved. Is this the resurgence, Raymond? The resurgence of Kyle Pitts?
If it is, I jump off a bridge and quit.
Oh Lord.
That man has wronged me for so long. I can't take it anymore.
It just took a new home. I said, come home. Come to me.
Oh boy. Any comments, Ray, after that?
No, I mean you guys nailed it. It's Mike Evans is still out there being Mike Evans, and Amike and Ibuka is for real. That kid,
Yeah.
talk about stepping into a great situation. Chris Godwin and is heroically like unhealthy, and just this kid steps right into a perfect situation. So
Next,
offensive rookie of the year loading.
possibly. Possibly. Bengals Browns in Cleveland. Oh my God, this was so
A
close.
stinker.
It was so, I mean, the Bengals offensive line might actually be the worst offensive line in football
I'm
because
gonna
We
make
we
this
knew
this
this. We knew this.
Joe
Preseason,
Burrow,
Joe Burrow was fighting for his life in preseason.
I mean, Myles Garrett was all over the place. It is amazing that Joe Burrow came out of that unscathed. I wanted the Browns to win that game so bad. Like just so bad because I was like, you know what? The Bengals deserve this shit.
I'm
For
gonna make a claim right now. I will never play Joe Burrow week one ever again in fantasy football.
Bullshit.
just
Bullshit.
don't play him against the Browns. Myles Garrett sacks
Oh,
him every play.
Yeah, I mean,
bullshit.
It was
historically he's just
horrific.
bad week one and two, and yeah, he's bad against the Browns. So this was the perfect storm. This is why you
So,
get 3 points out of Jamar Chase and 10 out of
so what you're
Joe
saying is
Burrow.
he's a grower, not a shower.
So what you're
Yeah,
saying is
he needs a little warm up time. He needs to get loose.
so what you're saying is you lost to the Oracle once again.
Listen, there's
Oh,
there's three there's three
oh,
guarantees in life:
my God.
death, taxes, and me losing to Zach Barba every time I fucking play him in fantasy football. There, you happy? Is they make you feel good now?
Always.
And now with the
Okay, good.
extended season, you play him twice a year.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it amazing?
No, no,
It's
it's
two
not
free
good for my health.
it's two free wins for me. It's the best.
Your
Uh,
team isn't even good, and you just stomped me. It's disgusting.
I mean that team's pretty good, not gonna lie. When Javonte Williams scores me 30 against the Giants, it'll be
Man,
even.
that'll never happen again. What a fugazi Javante Williams is.
It won't
I
be a
mean, listen, it was a
it won't be
great
a for games
Sunday.
on Sunday.
It was a great Sunday going into Sunday, knowing that I didn't even have to watch my fantasy football team because it was over Thursday night.
Yeah, pretty much. I scoring 5 touchdowns on Thursday Night Football. I was like,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that'll.
Unbelievable.
So
So
Ray, what did you do in your spare time on Sunday?
I watched my other fantasy teams get absolutely eviscerated.
I won in all my leagues, so it's all good.
I hate to say it.
But yeah, Browns narrowly pulled off the upset, and this was supposed to be a blowout, but it was not a blowout. The Bengals, for some reason, have a hard time playing the Browns, but they escaped with the win. Next was the Raiders versus the Patriots. The Raiders went into Foxborough. Pete Carroll, Mike Vrabel making their debuts for their new respective teams. And the Raiders got the win like I said they would. Geno Smith, 367 yards passing. Ashton Genty got a touchdown, only about 40 yards. Got to open up some holes for him a little bit more. They were throwing the ball well. Brock Bowers, let's pray Brock Bowers isn't seriously hurt. But it's very clear the Patriots are still not ready. They're missing a few pieces still. That's going to take some time. But Raiders, in my opinion, went in, took care of business. They were the better team, and that's that.
Raiders. Man, nothing like starting off the season 1-0, 1-0 in fantasy, 1-0 in the NFL. boom, I'm riding up cloud nine right now. Anything is just milk and cookies right now. Geno Smith looked like a dog out there, just slinging the ball, not afraid to throw it downfield, stretching the field. Brock Bowers, a monster, even using Michael Mayer. Um, a lot of two tight end sets. Ashton Genty, our offensive line is terrible, terrible run blocking. Anytime he touched the ball, he had to fight through not only the defensive line, but he had to fight through his offensive line being shoved into his lap every single time. If you even look at that touchdown he scored, he fought through like five or six people to stumble into the end zone on that. So it's something that we're going to have to work on, but the volume's there for him. Anyone that owns him in fantasy, reap the benefits of it because he's going to touch the ball at least 350 times this year. Um, Bowers left with a little knee, tweaked his knee. I believe it's a non-issue. A lot of positive things. Pete Carroll just bringing a new aura to that team. Max Crosby is just dynamite on defense, just all over the place, in Drake May's face, causing an interception, chirping on the sideline with Vrabel. Max Crosby's he's that guy. He's that guy. Yeah, we're nothing but positive things. On to week 2, big Monday night matchup. Yeah,
Well said.
All right. Next we have,
playoffs.
oh Lord. Next we have 49ers versus Seahawks. This game was a stinker a little bit. The 49ers once again were hit with the injury bug at the end of this game. They did walk away with the win in Sam Darnold's debut with the Seahawks. The Seahawks didn't really look like anything special, obviously, with him under center. Cooper Kupp looked quite old for someone who's trying to revive his career somewhere else. But the 49ers kind of escaped with the win. Brock Purdy has a shoulder and toe injury. Juwan Jennings has a shoulder injury. George Kittle's out on IR with a hamstring injury. I mean, the 49ers just can never catch a break with injuries. I mean, they won, but did they really win? So it was just a really rough one.
I saw a meme and it was Christian McCaffrey just sucking the life force out of Kittle, Purdy, Jennings, Ayuk, just to recharge himself. But I mean, McCaffrey he's back. He looks every bit of the guy that could be RB1 again. And the 49ers are going to need that because Purdy's probably going to miss this game. Kittle's out for 5 to 6 weeks. That offense is going to run strictly through Christian McCaffrey. Uh, doesn't look good for 49ers fans out there. Flip side,
Nah.
Seahawks. I mean, that's a stinky team.
Quite stinky.
Yeah, I mean, the Niners are going to have Mac Jones slinging the ball this Sunday, so God bless to that.
That's just
Former Jag.
that's just terrible.
It's just bad. And yeah, on the Seahawks side, like, yeah, they look like a whole different team. I mean, they just don't look put together at all. JSN, all of a wide receiver one, like finally. But yeah, not a lot of good takeaways from there.
Next was Titans Broncos. This game was also awful. The Broncos really started off slow. Bo Nix really did not look good in week 1. But the Broncos squeaked out a win against the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are just awful. I mean, they're every bit the reason why they picked number 1 overall this past draft season for Cam Ward. I mean, I can't even accurately depict if Cam Ward's good or not because there's literally just nothing. There's nothing there. There's Tony Pollard, the corpse of Calvin Ridley, and like that's it. So I just the Titans probably going to pick top three again. The
Yeah,
Broncos, that was probably an indictment on the Broncos because they should have won 40-0, but they looked like shit too. So it was a rough game, but Broncos got the win.
yeah. I mean, only thing I'm banking on right now is Titans are fucking gonna suck. And when we go to Nashville, we're gonna get tickets for that game for like $5. Um, yeah, it's
We might actually get free tickets. They might just hand them to us at that point. Just go sit in the
get
stands, please.
go giveaways. Yeah, I
Put this Titans jersey on and go sit there, please.
they're definitely fighting for a top three draft pick and an explosive wide receiver for Cam Ward. That's that's the best way to put it. Um, take away from the Broncos, that rookie running back looked pretty electric when he had a chance to do stuff. RJ Harvey.
Hmm.
I think he could be a special player in Sean Payton's offense, especially with that offensive line. Um, but yeah, fuck the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing good about Tennessee. I mean, they just have no identity. Like Cam Ward is their identity, and he doesn't have any players to throw it to. Like there's no one notable out there. Like you think about it, you're just like, oh yeah, there's Calvin Ridley. Like go cool.
The
That would have been
Titans,
great like 6 years ago.
the Titans' identity. He plays for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
That's who the Titans. The Titans' identity is Derrick Henry, and he plays for the Ravens.
Yeah, with D Hop. Um yeah, and then the Broncos, like yeah, again, I think this is one of the few teams where like the week one Blues are they're suffering through them, and then once they wake up as a team, I think they'll be contenders. I think Bo Nix, people forget Bo Nix is still adjusting to the NFL, and I have a lot of faith in Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is going to come out slinging. He just needs a little bit of
Sophomore
time.
slump, sophomore slump, baby.
But this is the make or break. I don't think we get the sophomore slumps anymore. Like, you don't have time for that anymore. Look at, look at Bryce Young like that. His career is over already. Tell me I'm wrong.
I
No,
mean,
I,
everyone said Geno Smith's career was done, and then he went to Seattle, and I think it.
And what happened?
I mean, it took eight
He's
years, but
all right. Yeah, it's a slow burn sometimes, but who knows?
That's that's not a slow burn. That's a
It's a
oof.
fizzle, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I for my hatred of the Broncos, I hope Bo Nix is terrible.
next was Lions Packers in Lambeau, and the Packers looked every bit a Super Bowl contender with a dominant win over the Lions. Micah Parsons dominant in his debut as well. The Lions so far look like a shell of themselves without Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. And now we're really getting to see how great of a coach Dan Campbell is. Now we're really getting to see, how does Jared Goff respond? Is he one of these quarterbacks that's just a system quarterback where he needs the right coach and he could throw 4,700 yards with the right coach? Or is it this just a bad week one and you're in Lambeau and it's cold? Like could be plenty of different things, but I had the Packers winning. They got the win in convincing fashion. And they look every bit of Super Bowl contenders in the NFC.
Yeah, this is my disappointment of the week right here. Um, did not expect that line seem to come out this flat. I mean, we had question marks. We talked about it last week going into it. what kind of team were we going to get without the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator being there for the Lions, and a real test to see how does Dan Campbell get that team all gassed up. Well, I hate to break it to you, they need to call AAA because they ran out of gas this week. They forgot to gas up the car on the way out of the driveway. Uh, Green Bay Packers are solid right now. Um, Jordan Love looked good. Running the ball. Josh Jacobs is a dog. Um, Micah Parsons on that defense just makes it that much better. Uh, Green Bay is a real deal. Look for them to be playing deep into the season.
Yeah, that's a put everybody on notice game right there. I mean, all of these receivers that have been question marks for a long time, they all came out and just showed out. Like Jaden Reed looked good, and he's been injured. He's like walking around in a walking boot, and then goes out there and looks has a good game. Um, all these different receivers are just they're playing good football. Jordan Love, I still don't think he's a great quarterback. He looks really shaky. Made some questionable choices, but still managed to have a great game. But yeah, the Packers, they put everybody on notice, and it's like, okay, here we go again. And the Lions, yeah, definitely a different identity. Goff looked, so out of sorts. Amon-Ra, Gibbs, Montgomery, like no one. Again, I think everybody forgets, especially with this whole change in the preseason. I think everybody forgets, like, oh, it's actually week one. We're actually playing football again. So no one
Yeah,
plays real football until week two or three. And I think this is going to be the case for the Lions, but don't quote me on it.
I I see what you're saying on that. It's like, all right, shit, this is a wake up call right here. Um, I do want to touch on last week. I talked about CMC and him being the automatic touchdown. I think the automatic touchdown now is Josh Jacobs. He is the new automatic touchdown. So I think we're working on 10 straight games with a TUD. Hammer that money down, boys. Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it roll. Next was Texans versus Rams. Um, and another really low scoring game. A lot of defense in the NFL for week one. NFL offenses, besides like one game, really struggled. And this game
But
was
it's a consistency thing. Look at the NCAA on week one. Same story. Offense was nowhere to be found on most teams. Defense rules the day. Again, it's something to do with this first week of like actual competition football in both college and the majors where people aren't woken up yet. It's like some of these teams needed to be punched in the mouth to realize like, oh, we're in a fight. Like, that old adage, it's we're back to playing football. Now this week two is now your make or break week where it's like, all right, we got to see like, are you an actual team or are you a joke?
yeah. No, listen, I agree. And the Texans and the Rams, it was a battle of defenses. The Rams came out on top 14-9. Stafford did just enough to get the Rams a win. Man, CJ Stroud, it's really not looking good for CJ Stroud. He had that great
Complete regression.
It's his regression is a little startling, and he can't even find Nico Collins anymore. Like that connection isn't really going well right now. Listen, that offensive line is also terrible. They don't have a run game without Joe Mixon. Nick Chubb is a corpse at this point, and the Texans really don't look good either. And it very well could be Stroud might be a 1 year wonder. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. And D'Amico Ryans, like he's not really been doing that great of a job coaching this team the last two seasons. So we'll see how the Texans season kind of progresses. We know what the Rams are. Puka Nacua is a dog. Devontae Adams had a good game in his Rams debut. Sean McVay is
Ugh.
one of the best coaches in football. And Matt Stafford can play on a broken back. So the Rams are going to do Rams things this season, but the
Yeah.
Texans, I'm not too sure.
Matt Stafford is built from that old school cloth of just rub some dirt on it and shoot me up. I'll go hobble out, and I'm still playing my heart out, and I'm just gonna gut through it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's car retired. Stafford is the last of a dying breed of that strong-willed quarterback that just goes out like a soldier. Roethlisberger was also like that. Um, Love to see that. Hate to see Devontae prospering at all. Um, Wish him nothing but drops. And shout out Nick Chubb, man, coming back from a
The grave.
debilitating, crippling knee injury to play football. I mean, second massive knee surgery. Shout out to him. It's a shame that he's on the shitty Texans.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Ravens Bills, Sunday Night Football. This was probably one of the best regular season games in NFL history. One of the best comebacks I've ever seen. Two MVPs going at it, two of the top teams in football basically going at it. Ravens, Bills. King Henry and Lamar Jackson were running all over the place. They got up to 40 points. It was 40-25 with 8 minutes left. And Josh Allen put on the Superman cape and showed everybody why he is the MVP. Josh Allen had 252 passing yards in the fourth quarter and led the Bills to a 41-40 comeback win in dramatic fashion. And he is the best quarterback in the world. He proved it without a shadow of a doubt. And it is incredible how much he means to the Bills. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot of weapons on the Bills when you look at that roster. He is the Bills, he is Buffalo, and that's why he won the MVP. That's why they won this game. And it shouldn't discourage any Ravens fans at all, besides maybe John Harbaugh being a choke artist, who has the most double-digit losses after leading in the fourth quarter since 1991 of any head coach. Interesting stat. But I think the Ravens will be fine. They're too talented. But the Bills, man, like, how do you put them away? I mean, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry couldn't put them away. Who the hell is going to put them away? It's just Josh Allen's too good.
You know how to put them away? You flip a coin. That's
Oof, oof. That's
but
rough right there.
I mean, Josh Allen, man, has taken on that team, that city, and he is Superman. There is no player in the NFL that has to do everything without. He is the Aaron Judge of the Buffalo Bills because if Judge doesn't do anything, the Yankees aren't doing anything. If Josh Allen isn't doing anything, the Bills are certainly not doing anything. Uh, what he did, he heard the chatter. He got the consolation MVP last year. Should have been Lamar, and he said, "Should have been Lamar. Hold my beer, hold hold my folding table while I jump through it." I went to sleep during that game, and I was like, "Oh, this is over." Cashed out my parlay. There's no way Josh Allen's scoring. I wake up. Josh Allen scored two rushing touchdowns. Dude is a beast. A beast. Um, I wish him nothing but the best. We probably watch one of the greatest games in NFL history. Lamar Jackson's a stud. Derrick Henry, man, is just watching a refrigerator that just runs 25 miles an hour just through people. Um, probably, probably we'll see this matchup again come postseason, and I hope we do. Um, awesome matchup. Matchup of the week for sure. Matchup of the year probably. Was just an amazing game.
Yeah, I mean, I can't add much more. That's well said. That you two nailed it. I got nothing else.
Monday night game, Vikings versus Bears. Ben Johnson's debut as the head coach of the Chicago Bears in Soldier Field. JJ McCarthy's debut for the Vikings. And for the first 3 quarters, JJ McCarthy looked like a complete and total bust. Looked like he did not belong, was missing wide receivers, had a horrific pick six, and we were like, oh God. Like maybe the Vikings should have signed Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they shouldn't have. Maybe they made a mistake, right? And the Bears were looking solid. Caleb Williams looking solid in that first half. And then the best coach in all of football, Kevin O'Connell, settled JJ McCarthy down, made superb adjustments going into the fourth quarter, and scored 21 unanswered to shock the Bears in Soldier Field, completely outcoaching Ben Johnson in every way, shape, and form. JJ McCarthy had 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I mean, just a complete and total coaching masterclass by Kevin O'Connell. Reigning coach of the year, might get it again. I mean, there's just no one better than him, in my opinion, right now. Just the true quarterback whisperer, just a player's coach. He's just has it. He is the guy. He is the gold standard. So
Good night, Lisa.
good night, Lisa.
He said good night. He said good night.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean
So
that's perfectly said. It's JJ just needed time. Like that was his first real like NFL experience, and you could see and you could watch him settle in, work through his mistakes, and yeah, I mean this is why the kid had so much hype. Like this is he's used to big moments, man. I mean, like remember he played at Michigan in the Natty. Like I don't think the big moments come at too high of a price for this kid. So that was cool to see. You can see the team is totally built by Kevin O'Connell. Like he's just got everybody dialed from that moment where the kid catches the kickback and he's waving him out like, come on, like let's run the clock down. It's just the Vikings are they're gonna be players and they're gonna be in the mix this year. And I don't want to say it solely rests on JJ McCarthy, but between the two, like that's a shift there. You know what I mean? Like it's going to depend on can he listen to the coach and be coached well all year long, and also play to that level where he can hold that team together and get through those hard moments. As for the Bears, I mean the Bears are just an atrocious team. Caleb Williams is a bust. I'm saying it right now. He's a bust. He's a bust. He's a bust. His diva mentality shows like he doesn't you could the difference between him and JJ, you could see Caleb Williams is not learning from his mistakes. He's making the same exact mistakes over and over and over. He's not reading through progressions. He's trying to force the ball where it doesn't belong. And it's not good quarterback play. Like the kid is not going to turn into anything great. Like he's not the second coming of Jesus like everybody said he was. Like he's a bust. And the Bears are stuck in mediocrity and they don't really have an identity beyond Caleb right now, and they are like their whole trade for Bryce Young and like I said before, is going to go down as one of the worst trades in history because no one won. Well, Chicago was supposed to get like 8 more assets out of it. They got Luther Burden, they got Caleb out of it, they got like
DJ Moore.
there's DJ Moore, and no one's coming out of it with the value that they should have. So shame on Chicago.
listen, this game just the tale of I would say two halves, but it was like 3 quarters in one. Um, Bears country was just probably a stat. Oh my God, yeah, this is the Caleb that we wanted. JJ McCarthy on the flip side, looking like a bust. I'm thinking, man, it would make sense for Minnesota to call up Atlanta and try to get Kirk Cousins back in Minnesota right about now if this goes south like it looks like it's going. But then the QB whisperer has a chat, and you're right, Ray. The moment was not too big for JJ McCarthy. Settled down, made the plays when he needed to, and Caleb Williams did the exact opposite. Just fell apart at every step of the way. Had DJ Moore wide open, would have been a touchdown. Just sailed it
Would have won me
over the.
$200.
So I hate to see it. Just airmailed him. Uh, yeah, just Ben Johnson. I the humbling experience because we talked about this last week how he was already talking like he was the guy, and like we said, you didn't do shit in this league as a head coach. Being an offensive coordinator is completely different than being a head coach. um, so I humbling experience when you go against somebody like Kevin O'Connell, who's just a seasoned award-winning head coach in this league. um, JJ McCarthy, I think he's got weapons around him. He was utilizing everything from uh, Justin Jefferson all the way to Aaron Jones, firing it out to him. Uh, Eventually, Jordan Addison will be back. You got Hawkinson. You got Thielen. Uh, this is the perfect situation that JJ McCarthy should hope to be in. You're in a team surrounded by weapons. You have a quarterback friendly coach that he made Sam Darnold look like a dog last year. Um, Sky's the limit. I'm optimistic for the Vikings.
Yeah, for real. All right, let's get on to the week two picks. We'll get the week two picks. Dan has sent his list. Thursday night football, Commanders versus Packers. I'm going Packers here. The Commanders didn't exactly look great against the completely hopeless New York Giants. So I'm going to go with the Packers, and Josh Jacobs going to run wild.
Yeah, I mean it's only a 3.5 spread, which is kind of wild. Like I'm taking the Packers money line and spread because they just look light years ahead, and I think they're going to make Washington look silly. That defense is going to be Swiss cheese by the time Jordan Love is done with them.
Yeah. Green Bay Packers taking it. $25, Josh Jacobs, anytime Todd, book it.
Dan is taking the Commanders, actually. Next,
Dan, you suck.
next is my blowout of the week, Giants Cowboys. I don't know how the spread is only 5.5. I mean, how? How is it only 5.5? The Cowboys should be 14.5 point favorites. I mean that unless Vegas knows something I don't, that is insane. Hammer Cowboys money line. The Giants haven't won in Dallas since Eli Manning. How is it 5.5 point spread? Makes no effing sense. Hammer 5.5. Hammer Dallas money line. Joke. Blowout.
Yeah, this is my lock of the week. I'm taking Dallas here. Um, it's just yeah, like, I mean Zach just nailed it. They haven't won there in a decade. Like it's just bad. Like I think Russell Wilson still struggles, and you heard our Brian Dable is an evil villain theory. So yeah, book it, Dallas. I I'll be cheeky and I'll take the Giants with the spread, but I'm taking Dallas money line.
Listen, you guys know best. Ray, I love you bringing back the lead pipe lock of the week right now. Let's lock that shit down. Let's hammer it in, Cowboys, baby. Woo!
The Danimal is also taking Cowboys.
All right, Dano, I take that back. I love you.
Yeah, that was 1-1.
Next, Seahawks versus Steelers in Pittsburgh, Steel City. That is a legit home field advantage. I do not see the Seahawks traveling from Seattle all the way to the Steel City. They're not winning that game. Steelers start the season 2-0.
Yeah, again, a weird spread, right? Steelers are given 2.5. Like I'm taking the Steelers money line and the spread. I think they're gonna have another great day. I mean, that DK to Aaron Rodgers connection is real. Take them both ways.
Bang. I'm in. Steelers.
Dan is also taking Steelers.
Boom. Two family picks. Let's go.
Next is Rams versus the Titans. I'm going to take the Rams for pretty obvious reasons. The Titans stink. Puka Nakua, dog. Devonta Adams, dog. Kyron Williams, dog. Matthew Stafford, old guard. Rams, Rams, Rams all day.
Yep, same. Rams all day.
Yeah, like you said, Stafford, dog. Nakua, dog. Kyron Williams, dog. Devontae Adams, shithead. Taking the Rams.
Dan is also taking the Rams.
Bam. Three family picks in a row. Let's go.
Next is Bills versus Jets. I almost picked the Jets. I almost did because the Bills defense probably is going to give up a lot of points to Justin Fields, very similarly to Lamar Jackson. But how do you pick against Josh Allen right now? Like he historically plays bad against the Jets. The Jets have his number, and I will say that. But right now, I can't confidently say any team can beat Josh Allen and the Bills right now. So for that reason, I'm going to pick Josh Allen because the Jets defense really didn't look good week one. So if the Jets are going to go in a shootout, they're not going to win in a shootout with Josh Allen. So I'm going to take the Bills.
I'm assuming this game is at MetLife.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it has. I want to pick the Jets. I
It
want to
has
pick the
trap. It
Jets.
has trap game written all
It
over.
has, like, you have the Bills in this hangover of this rough Sunday night game where they had to lay it all on the line, tired, like it has trap written all over it. But week two, I'm just not believing the magic. Give me the Bills.
There's no fucking way that Josh Allen is losing this game. No way. Book it. What's the spread?
It is a 6.5 point spread.
I'm,
Over under is 46.5.
I'm taking the over, and I'm taking the Bills giving.
Well, Dan picked the Jets, so
Oh my god! You know what? It's your team. You had a promising showing. You got robbed. You had victory in your grasp, and you let it slip away. But this is Josh Allen that
I
we're
mean, good
talking
for
about here.
Dano. I'm like
Good.
literally, I'm this close to switching my pick. Like,
Fuck it. Fine.
I'm
I switch. I'm taking the Jets. That's it. For
no,
Dano. For Dano.
I'm not
I'm
switching.
taking Jets. I'm taking Jets money line. The
all right.
upset of the week. My
I'm staying
upset
with
pick.
Buffalo then.
I'm sticking. Next, Patriots Dolphins, another AFC East matchup here in Miami. It's just all bad vibes with Miami. I'm picking the Patriots. Mike Vrabel and Drake May get their first win of the season down in South Beach. Um, like I said earlier in the show, Tyreek Hill's under investigation again by the NFL for domestic violence, and it's just a dark cloud looming over Miami right now.
Yeah, it is. The Dolphins are in hell right now. Miami, Florida is just there. It's hell on earth on Sundays. Not good at all. Um, Surprisingly, only a 1.5 point spread. Uh, It's even money. I'm not betting this game. I'm taking the Patriots, but I am respectfully staying out of any cash bets of this game.
Is Mike Telp going to this game?
He will be in attendance.
That poor man.
I'm pretty sure he's never gone to a game where they've
He's
lost.
he has. late
Okay.
last year.
Oh, never mind then. The streak is broken, so I'm going New England.
Dan is also going New England. Next, Jaguars Bengals. I'm going to pick the Bengals here. I just think the Jaguars defense is not good, and both teams' defenses are not good. So it's going to be a shootout, which means the Bengals will win the shootout because Joe Burrow is a whole lot better than Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to take Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, in a bounce back game against the Jacksonville Jaguars at home.
I completely agree. I do think this is a shootout, and I think Vegas is on something here too. The over-under is 48 and a half, spread of 3.5. I'm taking I'm taking the Bengals both ways, and like it's gonna be just an offensive explosion on both ends.
Man, this is right. This has got to be like your game of the week. Your two favorite players.
It is. I wasn't gonna say it, but it is my game of the week. Yeah.
My God, right now, just fucking boom, rocked up,
Yes.
watching
Yeah.
watching this game. Oh man,
Everybody's gonna be tuning into Dallas, Dallas and New York, and I'm gonna be watching Cincy Jacksonville.
if if the Bengals lose this game and Burrow has a shit game, trade him, trade him, get what you can.
Things I'll never do.
Yeah, I was about to say things that'll never happen for 2000.
Joe,
Next, we have the 49ers versus the Saints. This is actually my upset of the week. I'm going to pick the Saints to win because the 49ers are going to be going to that game with Mac Jones, no George Kittle, maybe no Jawan Jennings, um, a hobbled CMC. Like I just Mac Jones, uh, the Saints may win by a field goal because the 49ers are just so hurt. There's no kicker on this team either. They cut the kicker. So it's just the 49ers are a zoo right now. So I'm going to take the Saints in my upset of the week.
I also have this as my upset of the week, and I agree with everything you just said. That is I mean, it's got the perfect reason all over it. Like you have Mac Jones throwing to who? Who on is catching the ball in the 49ers land besides Ricky Pearsall right now? Um,
Christian
it's just
McCaffrey.
yeah, yeah, until one bad turn and his season's over. And
Oh,
then Brian Robinson Jr., which shout out to all the fantasy drafters that took the wrong guy, dopes, um, becomes the lead back, and then it's just bad all over in 49er land. But yep, upset of the week. Give me the Saints getting 3.5 and a plus 150 underdog.
mm.
Even the team who Mahomes run 60 times in this game is not going to help them. Niners are going to win. CMC is going to put this team on his back. Niners.
Yeah, I mean his back is so fragile. That's going to happen. He's going to fold in half like origami.
It's never been his back. It's always been soft
Yet,
tissues.
Always been soft
yet.
tissue. Dan is also picking the 49ers.
Attaboy, Dano. That's right. HEB in the house. Texas, hook 'em horns, baby. Yeehaw.
Next is Browns versus Ravens. Ravens in Baltimore for their home debut. They're going to win. I mean, I don't think there's ever going to be an instance where I don't pick them to win. They are probably the most talented team in the AFC right now. They're going to be pissed off and hungry to make another statement. I think they're going to steamroll the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, this game could go two ways. It's either going to be an absolute bloodbath and the Ravens just eviscerating the Browns, or it's one of those games where the Ravens come in and get tripped up by the stingy Browns defense who plays their division rivals better than anybody else in the world. And it just gets down to the nitty gritty, and you might get a walk off Derrick Henry, like rumble down the fucking sideline. But I'm still gonna take the Ravens. I'm staying away from the points. I'm staying away from everything else besides just the Ravens.
This is my blowout of the week. Um, I think the Ravens losing that game on Sunday night is going to be like Tom Brady getting in trouble for Deflategate, and then he just came out that season and just
Punish
torched,
people.
just hurt people, bad intentions, and would just kill. I feel like the Ravens are going to just. I I know Miles Garrett is just an animal, a monster among men, but so is Derrick Henry. And they're going to punish people. I feel like this is my blowout of the week. Ravens by a lot.
Okay. Dan also has the Ravens. Next is Bears Lions, another division game. Detroit's home opener. With how the Bears are just can get unraveled so easily. I think the Lions do bounce back at home and get the win. I think Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery get going. Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra get the ball a little bit more. I just don't really like the Bears this season right now. That week one against the Vikings really showed me a lot about Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. So until they could prove me wrong, I'm going to pick the Lions.
Yeah, same agreed. I mean, this is the opportune time to come back. Um, the Lions find their footing, and get their feet underneath them. Gibbs and Montgomery get going. Goff is able to get the ball downfield. It's going to be a whole different story. Bears are absolutely atrocious. They're a fraudulent team, and I'm never going to be betting with them at all. So I'm just taking the Lions, and I'm not taking the spread on this one. It's a 6.5 point spread, so I'm just taking the Lions money line.
Yeah, I'm going taking the Lions. Dan Campbell called AAA. He's got the gas can. He's gassing the Ferrari up. He's going to want to prove that he can make that team a winning team, and it wasn't Ben Johnson. Um, he's going to look to make an example. Bounce back win, Lions.
Dan has also picked the Lions. Next is Broncos versus Colts. I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one. The defense is just really, really good, and I want to see if Daniel Jones can replicate his success against one of the top defenses in the league. I think Bo Nix bounces back a little bit, shaking off the rust. The Colts are still a team that I still just don't know. Like I don't know if the defense is really good. Is Miami just that terrible? Like I just don't know. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Broncos in this one, just because there's a lot of unknowns, and I want to see if Daniel Jones can have 4 touchdowns again against a top defense in this league.
Yeah, you see, Bo knows that he's glad that he doesn't play against his team because Daniel Jones is going to be throwing against Mr. Patrick Surtain, who is notoriously locked down wide receiver ones for a very long time. If you own a Colts wide receiver, bench them. They will not be getting the ball. Daniel Jones will show his form in this game. Give me the Broncos in my blowout of the week.
Ooh, blowout of the week. All right. I'm just going. I hate to say them. Broncos are going to win this game. Colts stink.
Dan picked the Colts. Next is Panthers versus Cardinals. I'm going to take the Cardinals. The Panthers just still outright stink. I don't even think Bryce Young's playable. That's how bad he is. I mean, even Chuba Hubbard couldn't do anything during week one. Um, I got the Cardinals all the way.
Yeah, agreed. I think Trey Benson and James Conner are going to just pound the rock. The midget behind the O line in the Cardinals uniform is just going to be scampering around, and he did look like he had a great connection with Marvin Harrison Jr. It seems to be working, but I will again never take anything to do with the Panthers. That team is just bad. Just maybe bet. Ted McMillan to get a touchdown if you're feeling a little cheeky here. But I am just taking Cardinals money line, and I'm staying away from the points. It is a 6.5 point spread though.
A little cheeky right there. Just getting a little cheeky. Um, yeah, Panthers are not a good football team. Um, I will take the toddler. We won't call him a midget. We'll call
Midget.
him the toddler. Running around the field. Uh, yeah, Cardinals.
Well, the Dan picked the Panthers.
What?
What are we doing here?
What is he doing?
I don't know, but he made a lot of wrong picks last week too. So
Hope
uh,
he's not. I hope he's not betting these.
I hope so either. Well, you can't sports bet in Texas, so
I hope
Thank
he's
God.
not. I hope he's not betting via proxy. How about that?
next is my game of the week. It is the Super Bowl rematch, Eagles versus Chiefs in Kansas City. I'm going to take the Eagles actually over the Chiefs because I didn't really like too much what I saw against the Chargers. I think what Ray said earlier in the show was perfect. I think we're starting to see the down slope of the Chiefs a little bit, especially now that Xavier Worthy's definitely not playing. I mean, who is Patrick Mahomes going to throw the ball to? Is he just going to throw it to Travis Kelce? Like
You
maybe
had Allen Robinson on Twitter begging to be signed, saying, I can help you.
yes.
That is atrocious.
It's just
Al- Allen Robinson is dog shit.
he is dog
Yeah.
shit. But there's nothing else in Kansas City right now. I'm going to take the Eagles. Expect AJ Brown to not get the ball again either, or Devontae Smith. Just expect Jalen Hurts to run all over the field because it's just wide open everywhere. Multiple touchdown runs again. Eagles win.
Yeah, I think this is a rinse and repeat. You're going to see this is the Super Bowl rematch. And I think the same game script. I think Sirianni just takes that old script and just goes, rolls it right back out. He's going to run the ball right down their throat. And it's going to be an atrocious beat up. The Chiefs are going to be 0-2. The Boo Birds are going to be out. Kelsey's going to be talking about retiring. Oh, it's going to be amazing.
So I went into this with the Eagles gonna win the win the Super Bowl rematch. It's my matchup of the week, but something you just said, and Zach, yes, I do agree. Jalen Hurts multiple touchdowns this game. Um, right, what you said about the game planning. This is Andy fucking Reid. I at home, it's going to be like a 1 point game. It's hard for me to say that an Andy Reid coach team, even with no weapons, expect Hollywood Brown to have 20 targets. And Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback. I'm going to go, I switch it up. I'm going Chiefs. As much as I would love to see them start 0-2 in the division, that would be glorious. That would be glorious for football, for the league. But yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs.
I actually I do respect that a lot because I do discount Andy Reid when I'm talking about the Chiefs in today's episode. But again, I don't think Mahomes can Mahomes his way out of this one. I think they're going to find themselves in a little bit of a hole and have to be scrappy.
I think they're going to struggle against elite teams, and I think that was pretty evident last week. So there's just not enough firepower anymore in the Chiefs. Dan is also taking the Eagles. Next is Falcons versus Vikings Sunday Night Football. Vikings get two straight national TV games. This time on Sunday night instead of Monday night. Um, I'm going to take the Vikings getting the win. JJ McCarthy is a dog. Kevin O'Connell is just the king. Kevin O'Connell is the offensive guru. The Falcons did look good at home. I think this will be a close game, but I have the Vikings edging out because the coaching advantage.
That is a great point. Sorry, I lost the spread. I'm just trying to find it real quick. There it is. So the Falcons are plus 160. The Vikings are minus 190. 3.5 point spread over under a 44 and a half. Yeah, I do. I think this is going to be a shootout. Um, I'd be okay with taking the Falcons getting the points, the over 44 and a half, and Vikings money line. I'm going with the Vikings as my pick, but that's if I was betting that as a game, like that's where I'm going with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Vikings on this one. Uh, Vikings went from a quarterback in Kirk Cousins a couple years ago that couldn't win or save his life in prime time, and now they got primetime McCarthy, who's just playing his heart out, fourth quarter comebacks. Uh, my fantasy football steal for $5 is fucking JJ McCarthy with the QB whisperer. Gonna have a massive game against the Falcons.
Dan has also picked the Vikings. We got a doubleheader for Monday Night Football. First game is Bucks Texans in Houston. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. They have so much offensive firepower. The Texans they just don't look good right now. I'm gonna take the Bucks in a not necessarily a blowout, but they win by a touchdown.
For some reason, the Buccaneers are the underdog at plus 115.
That's wild.
Yeah. 2.5 point spread. The Buccaneers are getting. So hammer that. They're also calling Vegas is calling for a low scoring game. Your over under set at 42 and a half. I don't understand why, because the Texans defense not the greatest. I mean, they both have decent secondaries, but still, I mean, I think Baker is just going to have a day. Mike Evans is going to just have keep it. It's going to keep his career rolling along. Lock in a Mike Evans anytime touchdown. Take the Bucks.
Boom, taking the Bucks, baby. Baker and the boys.
Dan is also taking the Bucks. For the final game, Chargers versus Raiders. Big, big, big game for the final game in Monday Night Football Week 2. I'm so sorry, Pete, but I'm going to take the Chargers. I think the Chargers are the more complete team. I think the offensive line for the Chargers is really, really strong, and Herbert might be the MVP this year. I'm going to take the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh.
I think for my first time tonight, me and Zachary are going to disagree here. I'm going with the Raiders.
Let's
I
go.
I I just have a feeling this is. I mean, I think this is going to be a fucking amazing game. I love Ashton Genty in this game. This just screams to me that this is the Ashton Genty game. The lights are bright, and this kid is just going to be running all over the place. I do think Justin Herbert is going to finish the year as a top three or top four quarterback, but I just have a feeling that this is going to get into a weird shootout, high scoring game, and it's going to be remembered as the Ashton Genty game. And that's my prediction. Go Raiders.
Let's go, baby. Lock it down right now. Upset of the week, matchup of the week. Book it all right now. Raiders. Max Crosby is going to give Justin Herbert the fits, as you like to say, Zach. He is going to be fitting all over the place. Um,
He better rush from the right side then.
he could rush wherever he wants to. He's
He's
going to
not he's
be
not going through Joe Alt. Let's be serious here. That dude's a fucking aircraft
Shout
carrier.
out Joe Alt, man.
Shout out
What
Joe
an
Alt.
beer
absolute
one
stud.
beer bet right now. Max Crosby has a sack.
I think Max Crosby will have a sack, yes. It won't
Okay.
be against Joe Alt.
Against Joe Alt.
Beer bet, fine.
Beer bet. Boom.
He will rush from the right side of the line.
It's gonna be
Guaranteed.
all over the place. But yeah, I loved what I saw. We're fucking 1-0. Why not 2-0? I'm gonna have to take a nap during the day on Monday to be able to stay up late. Damn West Coast game, but hey, it's what we do.
Dan is taking the Chargers. So
Oh,
we are split on this one.
fuck off, Dan.
All right, the
I take it back. Jets are not upset. They're they're getting their teeth kicked in.
Oh Lord. My fantasy player of the week, believe it or not, is going to be Malik Neighbors. The Cowboys' number one corner, Deron Bland, suffered a foot injury and will be out multiple weeks. I do think Russell Wilson finds Malik Neighbors often this game. 10 catches, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
My fantasy player of the week is Ashton Genty. Lock him in.
Let's go. Love to see it. My fantasy player of the week is going to be Jameer Gibbs.
Mm. My sleeper fantasy player of the week is Trey Benson.
I like that. My sleeper pick of the week is going to be. See, I was stuck between a couple of people. Um,
Fire him out.
O'Marion Hampton.
Mm. Like that. Like that.
Two sleeper picks. One, I'm going to go Hollywood Brown because he is just going to be the
The only
benefit,
body left.
the only body left. Exactly. And Mac Jones.
Get out of here. Good.
Mac
Ew.
Jones. Mac
Ew.
Jones. Ew. Ew
Disgusting.
is right. Mac
What
Jones.
is actually wrong with you?
A lot.
Chaos.
Literally,
That's a chaotic pick right there.
that is a pick. That's craziness. All right, everybody, we're gonna wrap the show up here. Solid episode. Good luck to all the fantasy players. Good luck to all the bets. Good luck to everything. And you know, hug your family members close. Hug your family close. Hug your friends close. Life is not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. Every day is a blessing. A lot of times I think we forget that in this hectic life that we live. So with that
That's
being, with that,
absolutely. I
yep.
also, I mean, we're recording this tomorrow, 24th anniversary, 9/11. I know it hits home for a lot of us, especially Big Dog Ray. We love you. But I mean, something like that, 24th anniversary, you want to be better people and just be there for your loved ones, and that's it.
Yes, sir. With that being said, peace out, everybody.